Who doesn't like a relatable chat? Tune in, turn up, Umva Pool Talk, a different kind of company. Hi guys, welcome to Umva Podcast. Today I'm with my best friend
Rebecca,
and today we're going to be talking about how life is for the kids of 90s.
How life is lifing.
And the reason why it's quite choosing specifically kids from the 90s, it's because
it's our generation.
That's our generation.
And we are facing it rough. Guys, be honest.
Yep. It's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
What are we going to talk about?
Today we're going to talk about how things are going. Like, how is it going? How is that pressure? The pressure of wanting to, have it all by 30. The pressure of, children, marriage, dream job, dream car, some of our generation people are actually making it by now. So that pressure of, wanting things to happen fast.
Yep, that's what we are going to start with. And before we dive into that, I just wanted to remind you, uribuka kera iyo bakubwiraga ngo uriya mukobwa arakuze cyane uziko ari muri za 30.
Mana yanjye we.
How do you feel approaching that age? Urakuze cyane.
I think we shouldn't talk about that one because I'll be emotional.
Uriya mukobwa arashaje agiye kuzuza 30. So the pressure.
Yeah. Actually ndumva muri under the pressure, that is where we come with the biggest problem of depression.
Yeah.
Ariko njye nibaza long time was there depression?
I think depression was there. Ariko icyo gihe nta zina yari ifite. Wajyaga kumva ukuntu ukumva baravuze nyine ngo uriya yabuze uko agira. We now know about it a lot simply because of public education nyine ku bijyanye na depression. Mental health has really taken a toll in terms of public education, kuko ubu ngubu abantu bose basigaye bazi ko depression exists, nta nubwo baguciraho iteka iyo bumva ko you're depressed ubundi mbere nyine.
Cyangwa se wenda wasanga also the fact that we have social media now, abantu babasha to express themselves, noneho ukabasha no kumenya n'utazi what is going through, what is happening. Wenda niyo mpamvu tubasha kumva ko it is too much now. Ariko it was there.
Yeah, it was there. And I don't think it's simply because of social media. It's just simply because it's not just social media. Kuko no kuma televiziyo turabibona no kuma it's media at large, I think.
Yeah. Nakira wajyaga wumva kumva ngo your neighbor yari yahuye. So I think it was there.
Yeah.
Nukuvuga ngo if it was there, so it's not new. We can learn how to cope with everything that is happening. Kubera ko hari abantu babinyuzemo. Gusa ikibazo nanone hari nk'abantu baba muri society batabasha no kuba bagira umuntu wagira inama. Wabagira inama.
That's true. Ariko nukubera ko urumva hari, I think there are different factors that affect that point raising. Ntabwo ari kuvuga ngo nta muntu mba mfite wo kubiganiriza, ahubwo ndareba nkasanga n'abagenzi banjye barimo guhura n'ibirenze byanjye, cyangwa se in our culture there is
kwigira.
Well, kwigira is one thing, ariko nanone kumva ko we are too reserved to share our problems. Kumva ko ndi bujye hariya mbese no guti baba barahita bamenya ko
kiri mu nzu.
tamenya ko ndara ntasinziriye kubera ko ntarashaka, bareta bamenya ko ndara ntasinziriye kubera ko nta kazi mfite. Kandi truth to be told, buri muntu wese aba afite ikintu kimuhangayikishije to the point where ashobora kurara adasinziriye. So it's not,
ariko rero
ntabwo nakugira inama yo kugenda uganiriza abantu bose ibibazo byawe, ariko still talking about your problems might, I don't know, somewhat help.
Yeah, baravuga ngo a problem shared is a half solved, ariko nanone who do you share it with?
Exactly.
That is the problem.
Exactly.
Kubera ko muri society, okay, ntabwo ari kuvuga muri society, ariko nanone hari something that moves around like fake friends.
Yeah.
Fake life. None ukibaza, do you think that is part of the reasons as to why people are not sharing? Kuchino baziko that sharing is the part of the solution that they need? Cyangwa hari zindi mpamvu?
I think that's another factor on its own. Ariko nanone ntabwo, not everyone is a fake friend. Not everyone is going to expose your problems to the public. So niyo mpamvu nyine kubivugaho, it's a good thing. Ariko nanone, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
So
we can all get that person in our lives who we can really confine in. Koko ni ibintu byagufasha. Anyway, the purpose of this podcast is not to give solutions.
We are not the gurus of the 90s.
We don't have it.
We are also still in the roller coaster.
We are still trusting the process.
The process is not processing.
And doesn't know we are trusting it. Anyway, we just want you to know that you're not alone.
You're not alone.
Yeah. You're not alone. Hari nk'igihe umuntu anyura mu bintu akagira ngo ni wowe wenyine ubirimo.
That's true.
No kumva isi yose yaragiye, ni wowe wasigaye wenyine. No.
So this is to tell you that you're not alone. You're not going through the hardships of having it all together at the age of 30 and above. We are just figuring it out.
Yeah.
Day by day.
Anyway, as we are still coming up 90s, how is it going? Apart from the pressure and the depression, there is this thing called responsibilities. Oh my God. Don't remind me the price of curtains.
Let me tell you. Ngiye ndibuka kera ukuntu najyaga mvuga ngo when I grow up, I'll be independent. When I grow up, I can't wait for the time where I don't ask for permission. This time we're not asking permission from our parents. Our pockets are ruling the world.
Kuri ibyo ngibyo, there is rent. Kubera ko most of us actually, wagira ngo iwacu baratwirukanye. Na interest? Wow. This is when I remember ukuntu twajyaga tujya ahantu wenda n'umubyeyi ugashaka ikintu cyane ukumva yakikwimye, ariko the truth is there is food at home. That is the truth.
Uribuka iyo yagiraga amahirwe ukamenya itariki ababyeyi bawe bahemberwa ko yabariraga nk'uwayakoreye, and at the end of the month akakubwira ngo nta mafaranga ufite. How? Why are parents liars?
Did you know that day Nago actually they never looked happy on that day? They never did.
How can you look happy? Uziko amafaranga waruhiye kwezi kose agiye kugenda no siga.
Actually, I think I feel happy in the middle of the month than at the end.
By the way, I think I need to sit with my mother and ask her how we survived, because knowing the jobs she has been doing kuva namenye ubwenge up to now, I don't know how we used to eat, dress, and go to school and sleep under the roof. Kubera ko, hey. Anyway,
actually on this topic I can easily say I'm speechless.
Buying airtime. Let's not reka tureke kuvuga ibintu biremereye kuko hari abantu wenda bakiri
mu rugo. Things that we take for granted. We took for granted in that time.
Asubundi how did I used to call on a phone kuko nta kazi nagiraga ariko narahamagaraga. I don't know, by the way, I don't know how niba narayakura kuko one thing for sure nuko ntari gusaba mami amafaranga yo kugura airtime.
Should I remind you? Should I remind you? Go. There is that midnight calls. Free calls.
Let me tell you, that should be a topic on its own.
Yeah, we shall talk about those
Actually,
days.
yes. The things we take, the little pleasures we take for granted.
That will be...
Because if you are able to buy data and call daytime, just know
without even checking your balance,
you're blessed.
Without even checking your balance. I mean, anyway, as we are still talking about responsibilities, like we said, we are not offering solutions.
By the way, if you're still home, if you're still at home,
don't leave.
Stay there.
A little bit.
Living is a scam. Deal with asking permission from your parents to go out or visit your friends. Deal with eating what they thought is best for you to eat that night.
Good thing is, we have people who have been there. Even our parents have been there. Yeah, they have gone through basically everything we have gone through. Ibintu byose bihari.
Byahozeho.
Nuko nyine rimwe na rimwe we don't sit down and we talk with the people, with the elders. Icyambere cyo we no longer have that time. We are always on our phones.
But then again,
yes, sometimes I like asking.
Bigora ariko wari waganiriza umubyeyi wawe ku bintu bya kera uhita wumva barabaga muri World War 5.
Yeah, ariko
I think at some points they exaggerate and reduce the hope we have of making it in the future. Because have you ever heard of stories z'ababyeyi ukuntu bigaga? Those guys,
my God.
Those guys were not going to school. Those guys were going to fight for their
ariko at the
world.
Same time ibaze umunsi uzabubwira umwana wawe sibyo ngo I used to take a bike from here up to school. This is the child that you're dropping every single morning. They feel like you really suffered. A bike?
No, I think if my parents could tell me kera kwiga twabanzaga kujya guhakwa kugira ngo tubone minerval. That is simple and understandable. Sad, yes, but there are elements of truth on that. Ariko umubyeyi arakubwira ngo yagendaga mu mahwa
akava mu musozi akabinduka uwundi
akajya mu bisate by'ibirahuri akava mu bisate agahita yoga mu mazi magari akava mu mazi magari agahita aca mu mvura y'amahindu.
Imagine in that time how many schools were there?
Nakubwiye ngo ntabwo mpakanye ko byari bigoranye, but the way they tell the stories,
you might find it is true. Where there is houses now,
show me scars.
That time there were forests.
Let me tell you, if you tell me wachaga mu mahwa sibyo,
so they make it hard for us to relate with what we are going through now, so it becomes like impossible to feel like someone has ever been in our position.
Exactly. You start belittling yourself, knowing ukumva, okay, now that my life is not, now that I don't have it together like my father does, kandi papa wanjye yaraciye muri biriya bibazo byose, ubuse ngiye ba droppinga, ubuse ngiye ba high pocket money,
anyway, you start feeling like you're a failure.
Exactly.
Ariko ntibumve ko the opportunities that they had that time when they finished school is different from the opportunities that are there now.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, like we said, we are not offering any solutions.
We're just telling you you're not alone.
Yeah. We are all in it. We are all figuring it.
If you're dealing with the depression, if you're dealing with the responsibilities that are not easy at all.
If you haven't made it now.
You don't have it all together.
That is still there.
If you're still figuring it out, just know, nuriya muntu wicara ukavuga uti abandi bana bageze kuri ibi ngibi, trust me, they're still figuring out something. somewhere in their life.
Yeah. So anyway, this is.
Just so you know, this episode was supposed to be longer than this, but because Becky lost all the notes we had put down, we are just here brainstorming.
I promise you we shall come back to this point because there is really a lot about 90s children. I feel like we are a generation that is in between.
Yeah, we're just there dealing with half what our elders dealt with and half what the Gen Z is dealing with.
Or they will deal with.
Yeah.
Basically, if you try...
We are in the middle.
Yeah. Like, we can see what is coming.
We can't happen to be... We are not experts on the world today, and we are not experts
in the past world.
So we're just here meandering around.
I think that's also some of the things that make it hard.
Exactly, yeah. Ujya kurelatinga n'abana b'ubu ngubu ukabona baragusize. Wajya kurelatinga n'abantu ba before 90s bakaguseka cyane.
Ukumva ni ugiye ni karahanyuze.
So we are here trying to maneuver the .com world.
And we don't want to grow up. Nah. We want to stay there.
Growing up is a scam.
Man, yeah, every birthday I'd be like, wait, is this me? I mean, I think I need to talk and sit with, like, I need to sit with my elders and ask them how did they feel when they were growing up?
Exactly what I was telling you. Their stories, you can't relate.
I won't go that far. I will at least go in our neighbors.
They will start telling you, urumva twiduturanye n'abarozi. Iwacu twajyaga kwivuza turi ku ngobyi. Twagerayo tugasanga hari abandi bahaheze. Noneho ugazategereza igihe indwara izagendera. Noneho
Anyway.
It's as if those guys didn't live a life.
Now, iyo tuvuze ngo our elders, you're really going too far.
By the way, I'm telling you, people from the 80s.
Nowadays, they look like, actually, they are the ones who are from 90s, my dear.
Exactly, they
Us
look
90s,
young.
We look like...
They look like young. Ariko wari wamuvugisha ariko. Kandi muri 80s uziko ni doza izaraje. Serirake zari zihari. Nubwo abantu bamwe na muri 90s ntazo twabonye.
Turgize abana bacu. Iyo umukorero uhita umubwira ngo reka numve. Kugira ngo
ikibazo gikomeye.
Iyo
ugize Imana arasigaza. Imana arasigaza.
Nubwo mbyumva n'ukuntu. How are we mothers? How are we wives? I mean,
ngiye hari igihe umuntu ajya mbaza ngo ampamagara mama Runa.
Yes we wibivugaho kuko utawumva agututse. Uribuka kuntu kera abantu bajyaga bakubaza ngo nyoka arahari. Uwo muntu kamwanga urumva
ujya kwa nyoko.
You would hate that person and you'd feel like that is the biggest abuse.
None ubu turi ba nyina. Ejo bundi nzumva umuntu aciyeho ngo nyoko arahari.
Anyway, yeah, that change.
In life,
how do you feel about that change? Kuko ntago, like on a daily basis, how many people call you Barbara? You can count them.
Wari wahura n'umutara akakubwira ngo mama.
Don't talk about it.
Just yesterday. Bampamagaraga sister tugende none mere.
Cyangwa se ukabona umwana ntago nabyita ko mungana kuko you can see these wrinkles ako nyine ubona ko wari uri ejo bundi sibyo ari kukubwira nkumva
mere
nguriya none se uriya mu mama. Oh my god.
That is life.
anyway
ariko ntitwibagirwe ko hari abantu bakura birondereza. There's some people that still call kids.
Uretse no kuvuga ngo abantu bakura birondereza, hari n'abandi bataraba mama bataranashaka, ariko iyo uri mu nzira bakahita bakwita ngo umva mama, ukumva really you can easily tell them man that name. Ako nyine wakibuka ko I think that is all part of the things that give you that pressure.
Yeah, ariko nitwibagirwe ko there are some parts of being the kids from 90s we enjoy.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that we have the independent life we always looked forward to, where you sit and choose, you actually choose that I have to be here this time, I don't have to be here. Where you choose to, what you want to eat. Ataruku baza wo muvukana wala batetse iki umunsi.
Oh, also kuba hari ibintu bimwe na bimwe wagiye wibaza uko bizagenda mu buzima nubwo nibindi you haven't figured it out yet, ariko
there's some things you definitely have figured out.
Yeah, if you are a mother, at least you know how your children look like. I mean,
if you're married, at least you're there.
You're there.
If you have a job,
at least you know how it feels like to be annoyed at the end of that month. And how it's not balancing, no matter how much it is.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think also those are the things that to be grateful about.
Yeah. I think we focus on what we haven't achieved.
Yeah, and we forget what we have achieved in life.
Yeah, so I think if we took time to think about what we've achieved, it's really amazing. 5 years ago, I didn't know I would be here.
Me neither.
I was just busy.
But look at you now. Look at you.
But yeah, that's life. That's how our life is going. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what challenges you faced as a kid of the 90s. I
think let us learn how to embrace what we have achieved.
Yeah.
And let us not go on other people's pace. No. Everyone's ways are different.
I know. Now trust me.
Don't compete with social media.
You know the energy you're wasting on comparing yourself with the others? You're wasting it.
Let us learn how to clap for ourselves and how to wait. Have that patience. It's not easy, but let us have that patience for, the things that we haven't figured it out yet. And when we reach there, this podcast, we shall write a book. And the next generation will have to read. They won't be coming to ask us for advice.
But njye nta muntu uzaza kungisha inama ngo mubwire ngo nagenderaga ku bishishwa.
No, it's just simple. Read my book number 2.
Ku bisate by'ibirahuri. Ngo nigaga ngo mu nkuba sinzi.
Anyway,
the exaggerated stories.
Akobab, some of our generations actually means the hand munsi y'igiti.
That's nakubwiye ngo I understand life was hard. Urumva ariko hari abantu, let me tell you, there is asking for advice no kumva inama z'abantu n'ibiki ariko first check if the person you're listening to is as genuine as you need the source of advice from. Kubera ko wari wavugana n'umubyeyi, let's say when we were expecting the stories of
erega nanone ikindi njya ntekereza rimwe na rimwe tujya kugisha inama abantu tutabashije kwibaza ese bo ubuzima bwabo bari bumeze bute muri icyo gihe. Just because right now you're seeing them successful, but you wonder, by the time they were your age, maybe they were still in the village, and for you have grown up in town all your life. How are they going to relate in your life? You get it?
Yeah, that's true. Kandi ikindi, I think tolerance z'abantu ziratandukanye.
Oh yeah.
Nk'iyo example na ndimo kuguha, uzi kuvugana n'umubyeyi n'umuntu wabyaye kugira ngo akubwire the life you should expect as you expectant.
By the way,
you might choose to abort.
Yeah, true.
Urakubwira ngo uzibagirwa izina ryawe, uzibagirwa aho uturutse, uzavutuka abantu, and I'm like, okay.
Ibintu byarahindutse. That is the truth. I
think everyone has their own roller coaster.
Their own way of dealing with things,
different pace, different destiny,
and we are a different
fate,
generation,
different skills.
I mean,
different.
Barbara, how many vaccines have you taken so far since you're a child? Your mother didn't even take any.
I hope say, have you finished? Have you finished taking the vaccination?
So,
brokenness.
No, ibaze. With everything that has gone in your body, you go through a transition. Like, for example, you're pregnant. The way your pregnancy is going to be, it's not the same as how your mother used to be. Kuverako, definitely, you two people have different ingredients in your body.
Tuboneraho kubwira abantu babona abadamu baruka bagira agasesemi bahora biryamiye ko yakobona niwe bakavuga no twite se wa mbere
ngewe najyaga njya guhinga urumva nanabyariye no mu murima.
Come closer.
This generation
ikore ku gituza cyawe uvuge ngo
this is why we decided to do this podcast kubera ko kandi niyo mpamvu twita this generation ko we are in between. The truth is, very many things have changed from the way we saw them growing up. And when we sit down, we see that things will even change further in the future. Therefore, we are trying to meander in between, and the future cannot... Anyway, the future generation is not there. They're still young. The past, our elders cannot easily understand that.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's hard. Anyway, you're not alone. Not everyone can start a podcast. Ariko, at least if you hear this, you just know that there is other people in your generation that are also are feeling the same way. They're dealing with the same things, and just hang in there. You will make it.
Yeah,
you'll make. Very soon, you'll also be telling stories. Man, do you know when I was, in my 20s? Do you know when I was approaching my 30? Like, it will be a story. But I encourage, let us write books when we grow up. Like, when we reach there.
Tell your story. Share your stories. Let us be able to tell
our stories. Because I wish I had a book about how my mom was when she was my age mate. Even if we are talking, there are some things that she does not remember. Ariko, if you're to write down something that you're going through now, but it can help someone so much in the future.
Let's journal our journey to share in the future.
Right now, there is not many people to talk to as part of a problem shared is a half solved when it comes like to depression and what. Sometimes you talk to people, they will laugh at you. They will make your story like the village talk. So you just decide to keep quiet and, handle your depression the way you can and hope for the best. We shall figure it out. Njewe iyo mbonye uburyo abantu nabonaga when I was growing up, how they are now. Even the one who looked like, man, this one won't figure it out. They actually did.
Exactly, yeah. Niyo mpamvu tutakagombye kugenda dutunga intoki abandi.
Yeah. Like, for example, you reach in a good marriage and you actually do not believe that you're the one who is happy. Hey. Like, no.
Ugahora utekereza ko hari ikintu kibi kigiye kuzaho.
Actually, someone was saying, I read it somewhere and go, the problem is some people do not know how to cope with happiness. When you're in time to be happy, you start thinking of what can something wrong is going to happen.
Yeah.
Ukumva ko akugira ngo wishimire ko you're happy in that moment, ukatamva wait, what is gonna go wrong?
Kandi, do you know what's sad? That's how we are constructed naturally.
Yeah. Ariko
buri uko ugeze ku kintu cyiza uhita uvuga ngo ubu ngubu ni iki kigiye kuba
cyabijyana.
No,
bigatuma you cannot even enjoy that moment that you're having.
I think ko no mu Rwanda bajya bavugira imvugo ivuga ngo niba ari ngo isi ni konsa uzacuranwe. That's how desperate the world is.
Let us learn how to embrace life. They say that our generation will take life easy, that we are lazy. But no, we have seen that, too much stress does not move a mountain.
Yeah, actually, the world we are going into is rather working smart than working hard.
Someone said, ngo nujya mu mujyi uzikorera werekana imbaraga uzikorera imifuka. Ariko
genda ugaragaza ubwenge.
Genda ugaragaza ubwenge uzasurviving. Ubwo rero let us learn how to cope up with our mental stability. Tugabanye stress. Tumaze kubona ahantu igejeje abamwe mu babyeyi bacu, isukari, diabete, ibiki, pressure. You need your mind to actually figure it out.
Exactly.
So if you do not have your mind, how are you going to figure it out?
You won't survive, my friend.
So, anyway, we can wrap it up.
Ngayo nguku. We know we've talked about a lot of things. Maybe I don't know, but that's us.
Yeah.
And you probably have your point of view
of how you also how something you'd like to share. I mean, you can put it in the comment.
Yeah, our opinion does not disqualify yours, and your opinion does not disqualify ours. We are just here to share our experience. You are allowed to share your experience, and it was great having the platform to talk about this.
Yeah. Bye.
Let's catch up later.